Hey guys, I just got back from the beach. Just a few hours out of there will beat you. You've got the wind and the sand and the sun and the water. And it's like, wow, it wears you down. These are the forces that erode, mountains. So, it'll give you a pretty good beating. But it's been a great day. I went out and got some seafood. And oh my gosh, that stuff was heaven. It was really good. It was all you could eat shrimp and fish. Just really awesome. The fish was, what is it called? Sea bass. I know what you're thinking of the movie Dumb and Dumber. Kick its ass, sea bass, No, it was really, really good. But anyway, it was a great day, and I was out there. There weren't too many people, but everybody was happy and having a good time. And it brought back to mind, not that to keep going back to the negative stuff with the narcissist, but how miserable these and dysfunctional these saps really are. I took my narcissist out to Padre Island down here one year on spring break, which was a freaking mistake. I've never been out there on spring break, so I went out to see what was up. Never, ever, ever again. I'm a local, all right? I live down in this area. I'm a local, so there's a lot of fun days on the island where you have normal people having barbecues and playing football with their families and certain, bar and grill places that are really, really nice. But spring break is just something else, and it's just not that it's just too much like Babylon in a sense. Babylon was far more intelligent. It's just chaos. It's chaos. I mean, the people are nice enough, but I feel my intelligence drop. And anyway, so I brought him out to Padre Island one year for spring break. And I thought this would be fun. We'd just hang out, meet some new people, and it'd be fun. And the people were nice enough. But this guy was so dysfunctional that while everybody's having, happy at least, even in their mindlessness, being happy and talking to each other, communicating like human beings do, he's sitting there with that confused face. Yarg, yarg. And he's got this long sweater and this, Greek sea captains, because he wants to appear as a sea captain. Everybody else is like wearing normal stuff, beach clothes and sandals. But no, this guy's out in his tennis shoes and long pants and, he show what a great sea captain he is, right? So then these girls come along the beach. They weren't ugly, but it's just like, whatever. I guess he needs to get attention. Of course, all guys want to try to impress girls. They're freaking way too young for him or me anyway. But anyway, I'll say hi to anybody. But because he needs to get a fix of that attention, he looks confused. I don't know how to talk to these people because I don't fit in. So what does he do? You're going to love this. This is the best one. They're weird, right? Is there anybody out there? Leave a comment if you think narcissists are not freaking weird to the bone. He walks over, grabs a handful of sand out of the beach with that zombified face, picks it up, walks in front of these girls and goes, "Hello, did you know it takes billions of years of evolution to make this sand, you see? See how scientific and smart I am?" First of all, I think what he meant was actually millions of years of erosion. But don't ever correct him, because he's a great scientist. I mean, that is weird. That's just weird. All right, my computer needs to restart. I'm going to restart later. Hold on. Anyway, yeah, so they talking about dysfunctional. Everybody's having a good time, smiling, and there's some ice cream, but then there's this thing. Yarg. Yes. Arg. They never fit in well with, like, groups. Generally, I mean, they might be able to convince people, but this guy, my narc, tell me if you got a narc that's different. Some of them, they're con men and they work well in groups, but then they, emotionally and abuse the people that they can isolate. But this guy just didn't fit in anywhere. I mean, he was just an outcast. I think he was born an outcast. And, I feel sorry for people that when they're kids, they're kind of outcasts. But if you come into the world hating everyone and hating God and hating humanity and hating happiness and snarling and yarg and consider yourself so superior to all these lesser insects, people are going to see that. Nobody wants to hang around that. If I walk into the mall or a church or, a gym, I'm getting ready to go to the gym, and I just say, I just want everyone to know how much more superior I am to all you lesser inferior mortal pieces of freaking feces. You see, I'm God and you're trash feces. You see? Do you think I'm going to make many friends? No one's going to want to be around that. Nobody. But these idiots don't get it. They don't get it. they think they're God. They expect everyone to assume they're God, and then they can't get it. Why that person doesn't worship me? You see, I don't understand that. I just don't understand why they're not giving me praises 24/7. Talk about a freaking freak. I mean, but people don't. I mean, normal people on a normal wavelength like you or me or other empaths, nobody likes a butthead. Nobody likes somebody that walks in with a superiority complex, having no consideration for other people. But these idiots really just don't understand why they're not being given praises 24/7. So they're perpetually angry at the world because they believe they're God and they don't feel that they're given their proper worship. And the thing is, the real God, who is deserving of all glory and praise, he's got to be sitting here with, facepalm, because it is really, really something else. It's something else. They walk in, they expect to be given attention and preferential, special privileges and preferential treatments because of their, they believe that all these accolades and entitlements should come to them just because of their superiority special. And they live like this. And that is probably why they are generally, in a lot of cases, outcasts. I've made another video about that. And social, dysfunctional freaks, because that in real society with real human beings, you have to be able to work with other people, get along with other people, even people you don't like. I mean, there's people I don't like, but in past cases, you would have to be maybe on the same team as that person or work with that person, and no one's asking you to like them, but you do have to try to find a way to try to get along with them. You don't have to hang out and be their best friend, but you got to be able to work with other people and get along with other people, and they can't do that because they're constantly expected to be giving praises and special treatments, and it's just like, that doesn't work in the real world. So that is probably why these narcissists, the same way that we think they're freaking weirdos, and they are, they believe it's weird that not everybody falls at their feet and licks their boots. They just don't understand that. Yitty. Anyway, there you have it. All that came from the beach today. I just had to think about it. But I'm feeling pretty good, and I hope you guys are too. I hope y'all had a great day. Get out and get some sun. It's getting hot on us again. Getting ready to do some traveling and catch up with some family and friends. I look forward to seeing my buddies up there. Marco, Marty. We're going to play some 4. We're going to do some, I don't know. And then I'm going to do some museum touring. I've been studying Akkadian. That's pretty cool. Akkadian's cool. I mean, with the little triangles and the clay tablets, the oldest forms of language that we know about are Sumerian. Akkadian comes a little bit later, but they use the same script, at least in the later stages of Sumerian. So I learned a couple words like Lugal, which means king in Sumerian, and it's, can't remember what it is. I just had it the other day. And anyway, learned some cool Akkadian words like mother and king and brother and sister, but now I can't remember it. I just learned it last night, and I'm trying to learn how to write the little triangles, and I think I'm going to get a stylus and some Play-Doh and learn how to do clay tabs, because that's pretty cool. I don't really want to be a philologist per se, and a philologist is somebody who basically studies written texts and translates them. I'm more into the archaeology, the material stuff, like, for example, that amphora, that vase behind me, you see, the Greek vase, that's called an amphora, and it's and there's older versions. That is actually one from Attica, which is kind of the area of Athens in that strip on that mainland, from about the 500s, well, probably late 400s. It could be anywhere from like 490s to 5 something, the late 5th or early 6th century BC. And that's what's called a red Attic figure, because the figure on it is red, and the amphora were used to actually store wine, okay, and like a crater will be, used to mix it, and the oinoke is a pitcher to pour it, and the calyx, the double-handed flat plate used to drink it, to sip it. So, I like antiquities, and even back there, you can see there's these little stumpy columns I have, the little Ionic columns. So I'm really all into that stuff, and so I'm going to do a lot of that this summer. And the narcissist would always hear me say stuff like that and go, let's just call his name E. He'd insert his name, and I, the great E, will have none of this. I remember when he's talking about if God comes back, he said, if God comes back, you better hurry back, because I'm going to have a few words to him, because I, the great E, will not have it. I, the great E, will not have it when God comes back? I mean, really? Are you that? Yeah, you are. It is amazing. Anyway. These people have no life. That's why there was parasiting on somebody else. But I don't want to get off on that. I'm feeling pretty good today. I just thought I'd poke and jab at him a little bit. He really targeted the wrong guy with me. I would have just, had he not never met me, had he never targeted me, these